What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new news video. Today what I have for you guys, we're going to be talking about a lot of different topics. We're going to talk about the season 4 gameplay trailer. We're going to be talking about new modes coming into Battle Royale. We're also going to be talking about the state of Call of Duty and so much more. So if you found today's video informative and helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button so you always stay up to date on the latest Call of Duty news. And also, I am going to section off the video so that way you can jump into whatever topic you feel like listening to first. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's get into it. So today, Infinity Ward posted this and they said, which map do you want to see have a 10v10 playlist this week? So I'm going to link this tweet down in the description. This is basically just a poll letting you have the options to pick between Dome, Shoot House, Paleo's Lighthouse, or Farm. Basically, you could pick whichever map that you want, and then whichever vote ends up winning, that's what we're going to be seeing in tomorrow's playlist. And this is going to be the final playlist update that we're going to be receiving until the Season 4 launch. So I'll have the link down in the description if you guys want to vote. This playlist update will be going live tomorrow. There may be minor changes and things like that they're going to be doing. There might be some final things that they might add in preparation for Season 4. So if there's any leaks or anything like that, the video tomorrow will definitely cover everything that you guys will need to know in regards to tomorrow's update. Now, forget tomorrow's update. Let's talk about Season 4. So we know that there's 8 days until Season 4's official launch. If you still don't know the date, it is June 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This update is going to be going live. Obviously, typically around this time is when we start getting leaks, trailers, teasers, things like that. And the very interesting part is, so far this week, they have been very silent. Typically, we get the blog post on a Monday, and then on Wednesday, we get a trailer, and then Thursday and Friday and all that are just more teasers and more hype to build up for the season. They have not been following that pattern, and there's actually a reason why they haven't been doing that. So one of the things that I originally thought, as well as I saw a lot of comments, is since they haven't been talking about Season 4, are they actually going to delay the season? Because the last time they ended up doing that was during Season 1. They didn't say anything in regards to the start of Season 2, and then out of nowhere, they're all like, guys, we're going to be delaying it half a month. So this time around, there is a small chance they could do that, but there's actually a bigger reason why I believe they're not, and that is going to be the Summer Games Fest that's going to be going live this Thursday. So Summer Games Fest is going to be going live at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. And one of the interesting things about this is that this is where they announce all of the hype trailers, the gameplays, the new games that are going to be coming out, things that are going to be coming soon in regards to the gaming world, right? And one of the interesting thing is Activision is actually one of the representatives that's going to be available at this Games Fest. So they're actually one of the guests, and it tells me that there's two reasons that they're here. One, either for Modern Warfare 3, which in my opinion is a little bit too early for them to start talking about right now. I don't think that we're going to start getting teasers and things like that until like maybe 2 or 3 more months from now. And then the other option is going to be Season 4, which makes a lot more sense because Season 4 is literally next week, and they still have not posted any sort of a trailer. They haven't given us any sort of announcement. So something tells me that during the Summer Games Fest, which is going live in the next 2 days, they're going to be doing the official Season 4 gameplay reveal trailer. That's pretty much where they're going to do the whole official announcement. And one of the very interesting things that I've noticed is almost every single season, this goes back to different CODs as well, is there's always some sort of an artwork leak or some sort of a trailer leaked early, because it's either Xbox leaking it early on their store, or PlayStation leaking it early on their Twitter on accident, or Microsoft Russia posting it early. Something like that always happens, and this time around they have not done that at all. So something tells me they have not posted this or have not given any artwork to any of these platforms, and they are waiting until it goes live on Summerfest, which is pretty much stopping anything from being revealed or leaked. And that tells me that there might be some very big surprises because of that, whether it's a really good map coming back, or it's a highly requested gameplay feature. Maybe they sped up the movement, maybe they changed the time to kill, maybe they did something like that that they feel is highly worth the announcement at the Summer Game Fest, which is why they've been silent up until now. Obviously, they're giving up marketing efforts, because if they were to hype up the season weeks and weeks in advance, people would be a little bit more hyped and people would be a little bit more prepared. But if you look at like comment sections and people over on Twitter and people giving feedback, no one seems to care or is as excited for Season 4 as of right now, especially with all the ongoing issues that we've been facing right now with Call of Duty, the past COD games, security risks, no gameplay updates, no content. There's a lot going on, which I'll talk about in just a second. But fact is, we really need Season 4 to be a good update, and I really do hope that they have a huge announcement for this. Obviously, as soon as this trailer goes live, I'm going to break it down for you guys. I'm going to cover it here on the channel. If it does get leaked even earlier, maybe today or tomorrow, something like that, definitely be covering that for you guys in a video. But we are also expecting the blog posts and other announcements and things like that. So we are just waiting and looking forward to all that news. But anyways, let's talk about the current situation of Call of Duty as of right now. So the current climate of the game to a lot of people is not really that good. Now, obviously, that doesn't really represent everyone. Maybe if one person's having a bad experience, another person could be having a great experience. So everyone's opinion obviously is different, but here are some stats to give a better clarity and idea to what's going on with Call of Duty. So Charlie Intel posted this, and they said May marked the lowest month numbers of players playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 on Steam since the game's launch. While Steam represents the smallest size of the player base, Activision continues to lose PC players over lack of actual gameplay changes. Now, this is just a small sample size because Steam players are actually a fraction of the total PC players, because there's other PC players on Battle.net, which doesn't really represent all of them, and then that also doesn't represent console, Xbox, and PlayStation. So obviously this sample size is very different, it's completely changed. And so when players look at a stat like this, they automatically assume that Call of Duty is dying, people aren't really playing the game as much, but that's just one small fraction of the total stats and data that they have. Now, take a look at the bigger numbers. Obviously the revenue is one of the biggest things for Activision. They said this: the problem with Call of Duty is that while a lot of us are upset with the state of the game, the MTX sales continue to perform at a very high pace, which leads the developers to make fewer changes. Blackcell apparently has sold very well for Season 3. So when they first introduced Blackcell, I saw a lot of feedback, like a lot of negative feedback. People on Twitter were saying, this is not worth it, this is a scam, $30 for a premium version of the Battle Pass, that is ridiculous. A lot of people were saying that this was just stupid of them, they need to take it out of the game, and it doesn't make sense for them to do that. Now, despite them saying that and doing that, they looked at the sales, and the sales were very, very high. So that tells me Season 4 is probably going to get another Blackcell variant. They're probably going to be reintroducing it again. This time, it's obviously going to be a different skin, and then it's going to have a different variant to them, but it's probably going to be the same thing, and they're going to add it again, once again, for $30, because they saw that people bought it in Season 3, so why would they not introduce it and add it again in Season 4? And the thing is, the majority of their revenue and the majority of their player base comes from casual players. Now, casual players are not people who are over on Reddit or on Twitter or on YouTube. They're not really on social media. They don't really care about checking on what the next COD update is. So chances are, if you are watching this video or if you watch Call of Duty YouTube videos, you're not really a casual player, because casual players are people who just get on for the day, play like a couple hours, and then they get off, and then the next day they come back and they're like, oh, there's a new season. Boom, they play the season, and that's how it is with casual players, right? So the majority of them really don't care about the movement updates. They don't care about the time to kill, which is why it's so hard for us to see these gameplay changes that people have been requesting, is because we are not the majority of the player base. Now, I remember they ended up sending a survey to the casual players, and the majority of us, even when I checked and asked subscribers, did any of you guys get this survey? Most of them did not get it, and that tells me that a lot of us are not casual players, or in Activision's terms, we are not casual players. So in their terms, maybe a casual player drops like 3 to 4 kills a game. They don't play the game as much, but they still do play the game, and then they purchase skins and they purchase things like that. So I'm not exactly sure how they define a casual player, but the point is, they're casual players, that the feedback that they're getting from them tells them that there's nothing they need to change, hence why they don't really change anything often in the game. They're seeing people are still buying their products, they're seeing people are still playing the game, and when they do the surveys to ask the casual players if they are enjoying the game or if there's any changes they want to see, I'm guessing the answers that they're getting is they don't really want much changes. So that's why they're not really doing them. But I really do hope that we see some big content updates for Season 4, and I hope that it makes the game enjoyable for everyone, not just casual players, because obviously, although casual players are the majority of the base, I think there's still plenty of other players that want to have fun on the game and have been loyal to Call of Duty for years, and they want to see these changes be made right. I really do hope that they do some big changes Season 4. Once we get new information, I got you guys with the videos. But anyways, that's all that I got for you guys in today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been your boy Trizzle. Hopefully I'll be seeing you guys on the channel again. Peace.